Okay, we are back.
Otra vez?
See,
Again and again.
again and again.
But now we are finishing the book very soon.
Very soon. And
then what?
Then we will read it in Spanish.
Oh!
You will have so much of fun, and me
that
maybe
will be
not.
fun. But, take care. Lena will write her own book. It can take 10 years or something like that. What she's... Okay?
An idea came to her.
Huh?
An idea came to her.
An idea.
See.
And we hear and we obey.
See.
Write a book. Okay. The book of the white pages.
Finished.
Nothing.
Yeah.
No problem to publish it in Amazon.
If you don't have anything to say, better to shut up.
Or you say, well, it's all written here. You figure it out. Read it. Because it's your path. Not mine. You have to figure it out.
Okay, so we read a little bit.
Okay, do that.
This chapter is called Hypnosis.
What is that?
Magic?
See?
In some way.
And
It's
some-
it's like the magical part of ourselves that we can access.
that we normally don't know.
Yeah.
That we have.
Yeah.
And that really everyone has. No, some people say everyone has healing powers. No, you don't have. Not everyone. Everyone has a gift. Everyone can do something special. But hypnosis is a tool that anyone could learn. And then it depends on the intentions of that person, what the person will do with that. But it's really a magical part of us. No?
I was really surprised, like the more I talk to people who already have experience with hypnosis, most of the people that use hypnosis, they don't really, okay, that's my judgment, because my opinion, they don't really make full use of it, because all they do is help them into trance, into the state of hypnosis, and then they read them scripts, and that's it. No interaction, nothing. It's still beneficial. However, if they already learned how to do that, the only thing they have to do is to start talking with the person in trance. So I was surprised by the number of people that only use it in a passive way, not in an interactive way. But we'll learn about your journey with hypnosis?
I don't know if you learn anything, but you read the chapter, okay?
Yes. See, you're funny.
Peagle. The peagle, not a seagull, not an eagle, a peagle.
Cigüeña. I try to find a way to give Western people, who often shy away from religious ideas and often don't really understand the word spiritual, an insight into their own inner life, their own wisdom. A medium had said that you should try to go back in your memory and look for moments in your life where life really touched you. That's how I remembered the day that young man showed me how one could use a pendulum. I simply had forgotten to ask him more details about that process. So I purchased a book to learn the art of dowsing, which is using
To
a
work with
pendulum.
pendulum.
This was amazing and offered the possibility of sending the effects of a medicine into a patient's body even over long distances.
I mean, that was also completely crazy. I did. No, and I mean, you say, well, no. You say a person
No.
cannot tolerate penicillin. No, but you can send the benefits of penicillin without making the person taking the penicillin to that body and on distance. I mean, that's not magic.
That's great,
not
that's magic,
something we don't know, simply don't
Yeah.
know in our normal life. We do not count with that. No, we have everything controlled and we know so much. And these so subtle things,
Because there is
they're
no
not, and they're not
proof.
complicated. No, no, we reject. No, because apparently science cannot figure out how it is working, and we
works.
cannot figure out how it is working. We can only say, oh, it's working.
That's the... Yeah, I suppose like you cannot prove that it works every single time, and also it will not work every single time because
no.
it's not meant to work every single time. And that would make, as you say, the person arrogant, maybe believing that it's them instead of something working through them.
See, vale.
Stop
Whatever
talking,
you say.
continue to read. Okay.
Read.
At the end of the book, other books from the same publisher were offered. One of those books dealt with the topic of self-hypnosis. This seemed interesting to me and I bought it. And at the same time, I acquired an electronic device that measures skin resistance and thus shows whether a person is relaxing or not. I wanted to be sure that whatever I wanted to learn would actually work.
Yeah, I was on the side of science. I said, okay, but I want to prove it.
I want to see
I
it.
want to see it. No, don't tell me now, oh, now you are in a deep meditative state and blah, blah, blah. And no. Show me in some way that it is really working. No?
It talks here about the instrument and how it... No, you don't. You can talk, you can tell how it works, the skin resistance thing.
You know.
Okay, it's a tiny little device. You can put 2 fingers on it. You can connect headphones to it, which you put into your ears, and you place your fingers on it. And then you hear a sound. You can adjust on a little wheel the volume of that sound.
No,
or the,
and maybe the pitch, maybe it's very
pitch.
disturbing.
Yeah.
And then now you say, no, look, she's looking through that. So, no, just to make it comfortable for you, no?
Yes. And so you put that on in normal awake state, you hear that sound, and then you go into the state of self-hypnosis, whichever way you have learned it. And the sign that you really are relaxing, and this is what the skin resistance
is producing,
or the relaxation changes the skin resistance, which changes the signal, that changes the tone to what you perceive through the headphones. And when you are really in the state of hypnosis, really relaxed, the tone goes away. You cannot hear it anymore. And so that's what you did with yourself.
No, it's the pitch is going down, no? In the beginning, and then you count yourself into hypnosis and go,
and it's gone.
And it's gone. No, and during the hypnosis, self-hypnosis or hypnosis, you are not completely...
You're not asleep.
You're not asleep, you're not... you move, maybe you scratch or you sneeze or whatever, and you are thinking. It's not you're without thought, so you are active in some way, but no sound. Until you consciously decide, because in the case of self-hypnosis, your conscious mind is the hypnotist, and your subconscious mind is coming up through that process. So then consciously in one moment you decide, okay, now it's enough, and I will count myself out of that state, and you start, no? So I will count from 0 up to 5, and when I come to 5, you will open up your eyes, you are back again, no? While I was counting 0, and now little by little you come back, 1 and 2, no sound, 3, 4, and 5, it made boom!
You're like, okay, I'm back.
So it was quite clear. I said, oh yeah, that's working. Okay, go on.
So I started self-hypnosis. In one of my self-guided sessions, it came up that I should look for a school in Granada to learn hypnosis. And if there was no such school in Granada, I was instructed to look for a course on the internet. There is only one clinic in Granada where you can be hypnotized, but this technique is not taught there. So I searched online and soon found an institute in California that teaches hypnosis online. This is an institute where more than 100 hypnotherapists are working and hundreds of students study. So not someone who only sits at a computer and sells people courses.
Yeah, what you want to learn Ayurvedic medicine, you want to learn how to train a dog or whatever you want to learn. Okay, now you make 5 times pinch here, you give me 200 euros and I send you a certificate, now you are a coach, or I made one of these courses just to laugh about it, to become a coach. No, and I made the exam and I I passed it, but
Just
just. then I made to become a Reiki master, just to laugh about that. Well, even it was a real person here in the village, and I said to her, I do that only to show you it's not true what you are doing. It's not true. You have to have the gift to be a Reiki master. You cannot learn that, just learn that and then you do. No, it's simply not working. So I did that too, and yeah.
They offered 7 free classes where you learned how to hypnotize anyone. Only someone who consciously says no cannot be hypnotized. After the 2nd class, I tried it with Mara's daughter. It's very easy with children. It worked, and the child and the mother who was present both almost fell out of their chairs.
The mother nearly fainted. And the
Out
girl,
of surprise, or
that was in the kitchen. The girl started to slip down on the chair because she was gone completely, and the mother nearly fainted. Because they said in hypnosis, and apparently it's like that, with children it's very easy. And if you start, it's very easy to start with children because they take it as a game.
Yeah.
They don't judge you. They say, yeah, we play a little bit, look to my finger, and blah, 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 pong, and they are gone.
They don't have, maybe also because they don't have these misconceptions yet about what hypnosis is or might be, or losing control.
Oh, yeah, I'm controlling your mind,
Mm.
and they don't mind. They are not even aware that they have a mind.
And depending on how young they are, they even are in a
No,
light
no.
state of trance the whole time.
So,
Very nice, and a beautiful sign for you, no? To push you in the direction of say, this is working.
that's why
Go
I
and do
did.
it.
I wanted to, because I feared that I will not be able to do it. That's in the beginning, you fear because you believe that's a special gift or something. You cannot just learn that online. How you can learn online to put a person into that state that is so beneficial? No? Yeah, but you can, no?
Because, it's what you said earlier, most of the things that are really beneficial are really simple. And we have them simply as things that are given to
Are
us.
simple, and they have a bad name. They have a bad name. Look, rock and roll, very simple, very beneficial, but has very bad name. Ask the Vatican about rock and roll. Oh, it's the devil talking to you.
Okay. After each class, you had to take a test to show that you had understood the content. And during my studies, I had a mentor whom I could ask questions. Once you had passed all 7 tests, you scheduled a day and time to take a call with your mentor from California
Claro, they will call you.
to ask any remaining questions there. And you were given an oral exam as the school wanted to make sure the students understood everything. You were asked if you wanted to study further to become a hypnotherapist, also asked if you wanted to study further to become a hypnotherapist, which had to be paid. Okay, I'm not like completely dyslexic or something. It's just that this is the book where we took notes and corrections and mixed up sequence. Okay. Should I say that again? Or is it clear?
Yeah, I mean, the thing was, they would make you a oral exam. They would ask you the question, you want to go on studying? And that meant you have to pay. The first classes were for free. And then they said, you have any questions about whatever? Also ask your question. I mean, the whole time during the 7 classes, you always could have got in contact with your mentor and ask questions. I never did. My master said, don't ask questions. I did not, no? But that was the reason. So they would call you, you did not have to pay the call. It was all for free, and you would have a certificate for that you learned how to hypnotize a person. Not that you are a hypnotherapist. That was in the studies. But that you learned it, they would send you a certification. If you would say, no, thanks, I don't want to go on, okay.
So this is in a sense like a funnel, no? Like a lot of people might be put in the top who say, oh yeah, I'm really excited to do this. And then they have to look at the classes, they have to make the exam, and then they have to have a call with the mentor to really test if they are really interested
I really want to do
and
it.
really want to do it.
Many people in the middle they quit
Yeah.
or they ask some question and then they say no, but that's not for me or whatever. No, so just they want to find out if
Yeah, this call was paid for by the Institute. Linda, my mentor, began meditating with her parents when she was 9 years old, with the Guru Maharishi Mahesh Yogi from India. She later began working with Deepak
the gurus
Chopra.
of the Beatles, what we have seen.
See the documentary.
No?
Mm-hmm.
Her parents were into that and she started also to learn meditation.
She later began working with Deepak Chopra, eventually taking up hypnosis as she thought...
Deepak Chopra, a very famous man, I suppose from India, but he's living, I think, in America, became very famous guru in some way, no? So she was working with him.
Eventually taking up hypnosis as she thought it was the appropriate method to give Westerners access to their inner subconscious minds. So very similar to you, no?
Claro.
Like the motivation behind
Claro, to say, well, yeah, it was wonderful. I mean, India, but I'm not from India. Any word they could say to me makes not resonate in me what it makes resonate in an Indian person. No, so the mantra they give or whatever, yeah, I can translate it, but it's not that as for the Indian people. No, so I said there should
because
be
for them it is filled with memories and meaning.
memories,
it's
emotions,
not the meaning of
and
the
for
word.
us, not we
Yeah.
only hear the word.
You
no?
can translate
or the
it,
dress,
but-
nicely dressed these people, but I said there should be something here in our Western world, no, that can give you access to your subconscious mind. No?
I waited for her call, but nothing happened. After 2 days, an email came in which she apologized because she had forgotten the appointment. She wrote that I should tell her any day and time and that she would call me because it was her mistake. I said to the few people who were still with me, look what I'm going to do now. I won't tell her the day, but she will call me on my birthday. So I wrote to her that I wasn't working, I was just sitting here all day with nothing to do. She, on the other hand, had to work, and so she was free to choose the day and time to call me. My first question, which I wrote down on a piece of paper, was, is there a way to pay later? I'm very interested in doing this course of study, but unfortunately I don't have the money for it at the moment. It was 8 o'clock in the evening on my birthday, and the phone rang. Hello, this is Linda on the line from California. I wish I could do accents, but I can't. I wish I could imitate accents. Yes, hello, and I'm waiting for my congratulations, I replied. Linda was a little shocked and told me that she couldn't congratulate me because we hadn't taken the exam yet.
You said, whoa, wait a moment, you have not made the exam, how can I give you congratulations?
I'm not talking about the exam, today is my birthday. Linda apologized for calling today. No, I said, you picked exactly the right day. I then asked her the first question about my money problems, but I added that I no longer needed to ask her that question. This morning, a young woman came up the stairs to my apartment with an envelope in her hand and said, Thomas, I want you to do this course. Inside the envelope were 2,500 euros, exactly the amount it costs to become a hypnotherapist with this institute. It was Rosanna who gave me the money for my birthday. So then I asked Linda another question. Have you ever tried to take a person who is in coma into a deeper state and then order them to return to a normal state?
No, my idea was because in hypnosis you learn to bring them deeper and deeper. No, I said, look, that person is already done, is in that state. Now you go and say, we go deeper. Oh, nice little cat.
I think that's
Or
mommy.
mommy, maybe.
See.
So we go a little bit deeper, and then you say, now I count from 0 up to 5 and I bring you back. That was my idea, no?
Linda had never heard anyone talk about it. I told her about several patients who I had brought out of a coma, but I didn't know how I did it. A kind of prayer to give the process a name. So you have a gift? She asked. I said yes, and she told me that she couldn't take my exam. I'm not one to test a person who has a gift. You've passed. And so I started studying online for a little over a year.
Finished now?
Yes. Finished now. Very short. Finished now.
You see?
See.
You have seen how I bring people on my side, no? When I'm talking with them, no?
See?
How easy that is to say some words and they
calm down.
come down, no?
Hi.
Okay.
Okay, can I switch off the video, please, without you doing any more?